This recording is going to show you how to make your assignments for Accounting 201 and 202 using WileyPlus, particularly now that it is going to be deep linked with Canvas. So I've got a course open, Accounting 201, here in Canvas. I've gone to canvas.park. Here's the home page. You're going to do like you've done before, click on Modules. And we can see here at the very top, we did have, this used to say WileyPlus home page. Now notice we have the read, study, and practice. Instead of us actually going to WileyPlus, now we have these links for the ebook, the gradebook, and assignments. Notice the assignments has not been published. Everything else here is in green. It means that students can see it. This link, students cannot see it. Do not publish this, okay? Don't go over here and don't click on that to publish it. So leave it alone. Only you, the instructor, will have access to it then. So let's click on it like we've done before to set assignments. So here we are in WileyPlus in assignments. In my assignments, I don't have anything there yet. I'm going to have to go to the assignment bank and find those. You should only assign those that are labeled Park Admin. Well, there are 551 assignments here, and so far, even when I go through all of these, I see other people's names associated with those. People who've gone through and edited assignments. So first off, I want to sort these by source, and then I want to look at all 551 of those, so select all. So filter using source and all, and then a whole list will come up. Now let's find only those that are for Park Admin. So on your keyboard, hit Control, hold it down, and then the F key. So Control F, and then I'm going to research. I'm just going to type in Park, and when I do that, all of these labeled Park Admin come up. And what's nice, I can see this yellow rectangle over here. It's going to list all of those, and so even as I scroll down and go through all the Park Admin, these are the assignments for Accounting 201 and 202, and I can see, my cursor's going down through all of those. So for Chapter 1, I want to assign the recommended videos and the assignment. Do not modify it. So make sure you only assign the original, because the original is what is deep linked with Canvas. So we're going to click on that. Choose a date. I'm just going to haphazardly choose a date. I'll leave the time as it's set. I want it to be graded. I'm not going to allow late submissions, but students can view the assignments and see how to work through it after the due date. I'm not going to set a time limit. Of course, if this were an exam, I would click on that and then choose, 90, 75 minutes, whatever, but we don't want to do that. And then click on Show, because the last thing I do want to make sure is students can print. So I do want to allow students to print it, and then I will assign that. So once I do that, I'm back, and it looks like I'm going to have to go back through all of that sorting again. So sorry about that, but it looks like that's our option. Let's go over to my assignments, and I'm going to see now it's going to be listed there. Okay, and I just went in real quick and I changed that so I can access this as a student. I just want to show you real quick so what the student's going to see. So let's go up. So before I move over to student view, so every time, you're going to go back to the assignment bank, you're going to sort it by source and choose all, and then do Control F to find the Accounting 201 and 202 assignments, and then you will assign those one by one. Okay? All right. Now, if we want to see what the student is seeing, go to Student View, click on Go. And then this is what the student will see. I'm going to see my assignments due February 26. Open it up. And here I go. Now, sometimes students have trouble finding the entire assignment or knowing how to print it. If they want to print the entire assignment, here is where they can do that. So you can see now they can print it all out, and they can work, so the nice thing, here they can do the income statement, retained earnings and balance sheet, all in one setting, and go back and put it into WileyPlus. Again, students tend to complain about the scrolling, so that kind of alleviates that. Okay, so then they can go on. I have found, students can do the printer version. The problem with this is that they can only do one at a time, and if it has sub-level, part-level submission, like this one particular one, then they can only print like the income statement, then they have to submit it, and then after that it will let them print the statement of retained earnings, which is part 2. So again, that easier way of printing it. Okay, so let's go back to instructor view. And we're pretty much finished here. This is the assignments. So if I can click back here, click on my modules. If I wanted to go to the WileyPlus Gradebook, then I would click on this link and then it would take me to the gradebook. Or if I want to go to the ebook or the outlines or whatever, the PowerPoints, I would go to this Read, Study, and Practice, and it would take me to there. Other things you're going to need to do, you're going to need to set dates also in Canvas. I believe this is correct. I don't think that it's going to be deep linked. The dates will be deep linked. Just the gradebook will be deep linked. I could be wrong on that, but I'll go ahead and point it out. If I'm wrong, you'll know after you make your assignments in WileyPlus. But I see it didn't move over here. So I can edit that date. Oh goodness, how did I get to 2059? Okay, so I stopped things real quick and tried to correct that back to 2016 for us real fast. I forget. I think I was making, I did set it for February 26, I believe, just to be consistent, and hit done. And then I've got the same date in Canvas as I do WileyPlus, so setting those dates. Okay, so in conclusion, you're really going to like the deep link. I believe you're going to really enjoy the deep link because that is going to connect the WileyPlus Gradebook. You will no longer have to post scores from the WileyPlus Gradebook to the grades in Canvas. This gradebook is going to link with this gradebook. Okay, so if you've been using WileyPlus and you've set that up before, you're good to go. For those of you that are new to WileyPlus and Canvas, stay on board and I'll go over some of that a little bit with you. Particularly, you should go to Files as a new instructor, and you're going to find faculty-only files, student view files. So the faculty-only files, you're going to see the course developer notes. If you click on those and open that up, that will tell you, just about the course in general, the syllabus, exams. If you get stuck in WileyPlus, how to access the help. You will also probably want to provide that link for students. There's a phone number that is not available to students. That's for instructors only. And so again, just a lot of useful information about WileyPlus. I also created some specific information about WileyPlus, not just the course. So when you are setting it up, this will just tell you, the assignments have been set up, so students have 3 attempts. So it will show the solutions and answers after that. I always get these two confused, but one of those is the actual answer. I believe solution is when there's a calculation and it'll show students the calculation. And then here, setting the date, it's in Central Time, so you want to be sure to let your students realize it's Central Time Zone. So if they're in another time zone, they need to allow for that. We want to allow, when you are setting it, allow for submission and grading of questions. So that if a student did something, it'll pull it all in, even if they didn't check submit. Okay, and then just going through all of that, but allow the printing, time on task, all of that. It will just give you specifics. And when you are making an assigning an exam, not just homework in WileyPlus, of course, we don't want the solutions and answer, so selecting never then. And this will just kind of lead you through. I do have 75 minutes here. I will acknowledge some of you actually, I think, change it to 90. That's okay. Sometimes it actually takes a little bit longer in an online setting. And again, if you've got somebody with a learning disability, how to adjust that so that they have more time for that. And then here's typical questions I get asked about WileyPlus, so some Q&A about WileyPlus. So please go through all of that. You should find that helpful. And then the course developers notes for part 2 is actually going to get into, actually what I'm doing right now, selecting files, and then the assessment information, exam reviews, unit exams. Actually, this is for face-to-face instructors, so as online instructors, nothing that you really will be dealing with. And I see I'm going to actually need to change some of this out and update that, but that will also give you guidance on, how to access WileyPlus and that sort of thing. Assessment information as well. We don't gather assessment data every term, but when we do, this memorandum is going to tell you what you need to do. There should be an Excel spreadsheet in here as well. I'm not sure about what's going on with that, but as well, and then an Excel spreadsheet of where you will enter in your information. Other things I want to show you a little bit is the WileyPlus Gradebook itself. So if I want to see, a particular student, actually, I just got to realizing, hang on just a sec, I'll be right back. Okay, so I clicked on WileyPlus Gradebook and it takes me over here. We only have one assignment. I probably would look at all students, but I think there's only going to be one in here and it's me. So here I am. I only did part of it. And so if I'd like to see, what happened to this particular student, I can click on their name. I can see they've only done the first one. So let's go click on that and see, what did this student get wrong? Or it could be the student will email you and ask about a particular assignment, so you can go in here and you can get an idea of what they've done. Okay, so this tells me this student entered in this, and this is what it would look like for the student after they inserted their solutions. They got this wrong. We can, as instructors, click on it and see, an investor in common stock wants to know, net income and stock prices. So then we could provide guidance for that student. Now, let's say that this was an exam, and I thought that took too many points off. I don't really in this case, but let's say that I did. I could edit this score, or maybe it was a bad test question, so I want to edit it from 0.8 to 1, and I can just do that and hit submit, and that will change that student's grade for that particular assignment. So if you do want to go in and change, maybe there was a bad test exam, I can do it here, and then of course that's going to link into the WileyPlus Gradebook. Okay, so here we are again. Now, let's say also that I have a student that has talked to me and they have good reason. I want to extend the due date. So I can just click on here. Maybe instead of Friday, I'm going to make this due Sunday for them, and then I can hit update. Another possibility of things that can happen with the student, it's still working on this. See, now it's changed its due date to February 28. Sometimes, especially in a test setting, Let's say a student didn't get started. Once in a great while, WileyPlus just does something berserk, or their internet went down and everything got lost. So sometimes it might be WileyPlus's problem, or it might be technology elsewhere. And again, usually WileyPlus is fairly reliable, pretty darn reliable, but you know, it's electronic and it makes mistakes too. So do all our service providers. So if I want to reset an assignment, so delete all the assignments, restart the assignment, you know, I click here. Do you want to reset the assignment? And it clicks OK. And so when that happens, then I can see, remember how there was points here for the first one? It reset it. The student can redo that all over again. Okay, I think that covers most of the questions I typically get asked about WileyPlus. Good luck.